How often have you stopped yourself doing something because of what someone else might think? And let me ask you another question. How has their opinion helped you achieve your goals? You're listening to This Woman Can. I'm your host, Janice Sutherland, where I help mature professional black women take charge of their careers and lives to create a future on their terms. Hey, and welcome back to another edition of This Woman Can. I am your host, Janice Sutherland, career and life strategist for the mature black woman. Now, this week, I recommenced my walking routine. I was recovering from flu, so I've dropped out of my routine. I wanted to get back into it. And as I was conquering the final mile, I was feeling tired, but accomplished. My legs were burning, my lungs were working overtime, and my trusty hiking sticks were rhythmically tapping the floor, keeping me balanced and pushing me forward. And then suddenly a car pulled up beside me with this elderly woman. Kind face, elderly woman, but she had a look of concern on her face. And she said, "Excuse me, dear, excuse me," she said, "but do you need help with those sticks? I've seen you down the road and I'm really impressed with how far you've come, because I walked by a beach and she was swimming, and the distance between where I was and where the beach was probably about a mile." Now, I did feel a little flush. I'm not going to lie. I felt a little flush, felt a little bit away. Did I look disabled? Was I using the sticks wrong? And for that little moment, I almost mumbled some excuse and took my sticks away. But then I thought, you know what? Why? Why? So I took a deep breath and I said, "Yo, thanks for checking in on me. But these are actually hiking poles and they help me my balance and stability when I'm walking on the trails." And the look of relief over her face was like, oh, wow. She felt more embarrassed. She felt more embarrassed. But she said, "Sorry, been a bit silly. I should have known because you look like you knew what you were doing." And then what ensued was a conversation about hiking and how she'd never seen hiking sticks, but it was a great idea to share with a friend of hers who also had some challenges but enjoyed walking. But anyway, so that little interaction, that tiny interaction highlighted just how much fear of other person's opinions can cloud our judgment. Here I was about to downplay a perfectly legitimate tool because of the imagined concern of a stranger, someone I didn't know. So, in this episode, I want to explore how fear of other people's opinions, or FOPO for short, can cloud our ambitions. Now, let's face it, in our 20s and 30s, we can spend an inordinate amount of time in the passenger seat of our own lives, and we're navigating it by the GPS of other people's expectations. Are we wearing the right clothing? Is it up to date? Do people like our jokes? Are we funny enough? Or do they perceive that we're successful by some arbitrary societal yardstick? And this fear of missing out because we think we're getting it wrong, we think we're going to, miss something if we don't follow what society or other people are dictating to us, can actually keep us chained to a version of ourselves created for external validation. It's not about us. But then something, I suppose, magical or liberating is probably the word I want to talk about, I want to say, is that we step into our 40s and we start to not give a monkeys. We start to shed a layer like a snake from its own skin. Maybe it's the accumulated life experiences that, give us that wisdom, the grey hairs that I know I certainly rock with confidence, or simply the fact that we don't really have the time or the energy or the wherewithal for nonsense, for stupidness anymore. Whatever it is, a new fear emerges, or rather, shall I say, the absence of one, the fear of other people's opinions, FOPO. So why do we let the fear or the opinions of other people hold us hostage? Well, here's my take. We're not mind readers and we spend far too much time trying to second guess what others think, assuming the worst. Truth is, people really don't give a monkeys because they're more preoccupied with their own lives. Secondly, not everyone's going to like you. You know what? That's okay. Trying to please everyone, I mean everyone, is an absolute recipe for disappointment and disaster. So surround yourself with people who appreciate you for who you are, quirks and all, people who actually like you, who actually care about you. Life is far too short for this. We have limited time on this earth, so don't waste it shrinking yourself into fit into somebody else's opinion, somebody else's mold. So embrace who you are, take those risks, and enjoy your dreams. The truth is, most people are far too preoccupied, or should be, with their own lives to spend much time dissecting yours. And the few who do, well, their opinions likely reveal more about them than it does about you. So, shedding that fear of the people's opinions, is, really liberating. As I said, it gives you quite a few perks because, once you stop caring what other people think and focus on what matters to you, you finally have the space to embrace who you are, your quirks, your passions, your unique style, without that nagging voice of self doubt that's, fueled by other people's opinions. You can wear what you feel makes you feel comfortable or makes like a million bucks, even if it doesn't match the latest trends. I wore a dress that was probably over 20 years old and it looked fabulous and nobody knew because everybody kept complimenting how fantastic it looked. I knew how old it was, but it felt great for me to wear it. You can pursue that crazy dream you tucked away years ago because it felt unrealistic. Now it's just your dream. It doesn't matter what other people think. You get stronger boundaries because you learn to say no to things that don't align with your values or deplete your energy without feeling the need to contort yourself in a pretzel shape to please others. And when you stop seeking validation from others and start living authentically or how you want to live, you get more confidence because you're more self-assured and you feel more empowered to do the things you want to do because you're more comfortable in your own skin because you care less about what other people think. So, just remember that you are worthy just as you are. And as we get older, we want to focus on our circle, not the circus. Do you hear me? Focus on your circle, not the circus. The more we appreciate the quality of our relationships over quantity. So we all focus on quality, not the quantity. So surround yourself with people who celebrate who you are, your quirks and all, not judge them. Let your colours, let you who you are shine. The right people will appreciate you for who you are. And let me tell you something, life's too short for regrets, and we have most definitely earned the right to be ourselves. So ditch the what ifs and embrace the whys. Why did you choose that bold haircut? Why are you taking that class? Why not? Life is a journey. Life is for living. It's not a dress rehearsal. So embrace that adventure, even if it comes with a few raised eyebrows. Now, I can hear you say, but Janice, doesn't it? You yourself admitted sometimes that that fear of the people's opinions creep in. And yeah, it does. I'm not going to lie. There will always be moments of self doubt. It's being human, it's part of us being human. And especially when we're facing new challenges or we're stepping out of that comfort zone. But here's the difference. Right now, here's the difference. As you're mature, as you know more, as you have the wisdom, the age, you have the power to shut it down. So just in case you feel that, the fear of the people's opinions are going to stop in your tracks, let me tell you or share with you a few things you can do to stop that. So when you hear that thought running in your head, what will other people think? Challenge it. Challenge the thought and ask yourself, is this fear rational? Does this person who I can hear in my head's opinion actually matter in the long run? Would I care about their opinion if the situation was reversed? Really? That's a great question. You want to focus on your values. What truly matters to you? Live by your values, not anybody else's, not the expectations of others. If authenticity, creativity, and living life to the fullest are your guiding lights, then that's what they are. And you have the right to chase them as much as you want to. And then practice self-compassion, because we all make mistakes. That's what makes us human. We all have bad hair days. We all say the wrong things. But be kind to yourself. Extend the same grace to yourself that you would to a friend. So that's it. My fear of other people's opinions, it just doesn't work anymore. It's about embracing who you are, because at the end of the day, the only opinion that truly matters is our own. And that opinion, I want to change it round for you, is the joy of our own perspective. So JOPO, the joy of our own perspective, because we have the wisdom, the experience, and hopefully the confidence to live life authentically. And that's it. I want you to stop worrying about what other people think and go for what you want, because you've actually earned it. And while we're on that note, I just want to chat to you a little bit about my upcoming program. I'm only running it once this year, and it's Your Life by Design. And it's targeted at the mature Black woman who is now in the situation where, I don't really care what other people want. It's about what I want in life. And I'm here to help you get that. It's a program meticulously crafted to empower you, the mature Black woman, in making the right decisions for your ideal life and career. It's a transformative program. I wrote it all myself, and it's designed to guide you through a personalized journey of self discovery, growth, and strategic decision making. So I want to be on that journey with you. I want to help guide you, help you navigate the next stage of your life. One where you can harness your strengths, address the challenges, and of course, chart a program, a course towards a more fulfilling, purpose driven future. Now, I'm not going to say too much about the program on here, because you can find out more information by visiting my website, www.janicesutherland.com. And I'll also put a link in the show notes if you listen to this. So you can go directly to there to secure your spot. I'll only be running one cohort this year because, as I said, this year, 2024, is my 6 years of Fabulous. So I'm spending a lot more time on me, traveling and doing more things that bring joy to my life. But one of the things I enjoy doing is helping other women create the joy in their life. So I really want you to have a look at it quite seriously if you're considering what's next for your stage, your career or your life, and you just generally want a helping hand, some strategic guidance, some help. So talk through some of those challenges you may find yourself facing, or the fears you've put in your own way that stop you being great. So as I said, I want to see you in this next cohort. If this sounds like something that will really help you, which I know it will, as I said, head over to my website, janicesutherland.com, to find out more information, to register and secure your spot in the next cohort, because it will be life-changing for you. Anyway, that's it from me for this week. As always, don't forget, if I can, you can, this woman can. Until next time, take care. Thanks for listening. If you got something from this week's episode, please let me know. Better yet, share it with your friends, colleagues, and anyone you know who can benefit from this message. Don't forget to subscribe or write a review and connect with me at my website, janicesutherland.com, where you can also subscribe to the This Woman Can newsletter or connect with me on LinkedIn. Remember, you have the wisdom, resilience, authenticity, and power to create a life on your terms. And if I can, you can, this woman can. Take care until next time.